Okay guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to install snippets in Sublime Text 3. Now first thing I'm going to show you is this is where all your packages and everything end up. When you downloaded Sublime, it ended up in the program file, but now there's an additional folder in your app data roaming Sublime Text 3. Then if you go packages and user, you'll notice that the file is empty. So what we want to do is here and hit Control-Shift-P, and we want to install package control. Now if you don't see it, it means it's already installed. If you've had Sublime for a while, then you've probably already installed this. So just install package control and click OK. So I'll show you really quickly. As you can see now, we have the package control in the user folder. So next up, what we want to do is hit Control-Shift again with P, and we want to install package. So package control, install package. Now it's going to bring up a big list of stuff to install. So what we're looking for is Sublime, Text 3 Snippets. So just hit enter and it'll install it. Now what you're going to see here is it's got a little more settings in here. So now we know it's installed, and actually if you go back to Sublime 3 and installed packages, you'll see it's right there. So that's just to show you that's where it's going. And this is also right in here is where we are going to put our actual snippets. Okay, so what a snippet is it's a way to let you insert blocks of code or even a name you use over and over again quickly inside your file. So first of all, what we're going to need to do is we're going to go to Tools, we're going to go down to Developer, and we're going to go to New Snippet. Now the cool thing about this is it's actually telling you exactly what you need to know in here. This inside of here, inside of these square brackets, is what is going to what's going to populate in your file. So you can write anything you want. You can write hello, how are you, for example. Now another cool thing about these is it actually tells you what each section is doing. So basically it's just commented out for now. The tab trigger, that's something you definitely want. So you can copy it. You can just uncomment it if you want, but it's just easier to put it here and paste it in. And we're going to call the tab trigger hello. If you wanted it just to be specific to Python, then you can set the scope. But in this case, I want it to work with every file that I'm using in here, so I'm going to leave that alone. So right now, we've got what we want to add as code, and now we have the tab trigger. So all we need to do now is save this. So inside the user folder, where the controls and everything went, package controls, what we're going to do is we're just going to call this hello dot, and then you call it Sublime dash snippet. Now it has to be Sublime dash snippet or else it won't work, and then you hit save. So if we open a new file, if you type hello and then hit tab, it'll automatically fill in whatever you had in here. For example, if you wanted to put actual code in, or something a little more intricate anyway, you could essentially just grab whatever you want, copy it with Control-C, go back to your snippet, and paste it in. So once you add your new code in here, or your new whatever it is you want it to paste into your files, make sure you save it. Control-S again. If you don't save it, it won't work. Now when you come back here, this time when you type hello and hit tab, it'll enter all the new information you want. So this is a really quick, easy way to grab any kind of, you can grab blocks of code, you can grab a whole file, you can do whatever you want. All you have to do is make a snippet for it. And that's all there is to that. And just to show you quickly, this is where they're saved. So you can make as many as you want. If you want to make another one, just go to Tools, Developer, New Snippet. Once again, has all the stuff in. Remember to fill in this stuff in between the square brackets, and make sure you grab your trigger and uncomment it out. And that's all there is to it. I'm just going to show you a couple more quick things before the end of this video, just to help you out a little bit. One of the things in here is that your trigger has to be exactly like this. It can't be capitalized. If it's all lowercase, it needs to be lowercase. So, for example, if you went capital H and you hit tab, nothing happens. But if you go lowercase, as you can see, it brings up a little context menu for you, or you can type the whole thing and hit tab, and it'll put it in. Now, the cool thing about this too is that when you're in Snippets, you don't even have to make your own. There are generic snippets that apply to each format in here. So, for example, if you can go to Tools, and these are where the snippets are. You hit Snippets, and you'll see it's got mine in there. See how it's lowercase? This is lowercase because the file name is lowercase. If I had to name this with a capital H, this would be capital H as well. And it's telling you that you have to type hello and then hit tab. Now, it has a couple of other ones in here too, but we're not going to touch those right now. Now, the cool thing is okay, so you have snippets. If you're in a Pi file, and you go to Tools and Snippets, you'll see it has a bunch of snippets that are more appropriate for Pi files, for writing Python. And once again, all these things are the same. My hello's in there, if you want a new class. So the cool thing about that is, when you start typing it, there you go. It automatically pops up. Like if I keep typing other things, different ones come up. If there's ones that are like S, there we go. So you get a whole pile of stuff. So sometimes you got to keep typing in order to eliminate other ones. And then you can hit enter, or you type class and just hit tab, and it'll bring you up a tab. Sorry, I mean it'll bring you up the snippet that goes with that. So it's so cool because you can make your own, or you can go through and check out all their generic ones, which are pretty cool. Like, as you can see, there's a pile of them. So it makes it really, really fast adding new stuff into Python. Now, that is just Python specific, like I said. In the snippets, once again, when we look, it doesn't have the same ones. It only has a few. So hopefully that helps you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.